What you do is you come in here and turn it off first, and then you go do what you need to do that's bad, and to come back, turn it back on. And you tell your parents, I don't know what happened. Your thing just messed up. Right?
You do not. People, do not even listen to my dad.
Why? So I get this same question quite a bit from different friends, family, viewers, etc. What's the best camera system to put in the home for security? Well, there's not really a good answer to that because really, this is the best, this is the best, this is the best, this is the best, and even though this sucks, this is the best for some people. But yeah, it's going to be all dependent on what your needs are and what your use case is and what your level of tech is. Now, currently, if I have someone that just wants to throw in a system and use it on their phone, their tablet, and plug it up to their, say, their living room TV, and they don't want to do any other home automation, tie-in stuff, etc. As of right now, the recording of this, I really have to go to my tried and true Reolink system, like, the one we had in that hurricane home. And yes, do stay tuned there. I have some footage. I did upgrade that system in that hurricane home to person and people notification. So no, nobody sponsored this video. Some of the equipment, of course, was sent to us for review, but there was no funds exchange. And hey, if you do want to buy some of this, there are the affiliate links down below, and the way those do work, there's no additional cost to you, but they do help out the channel, and we do appreciate it. So why the Reolink system? Well, I say using that one is basically the ratio of cost. It's not that expensive to put in. They have everything with it. They have all the cameras, the wires, etc. And even some of the newer systems, which I highly recommend, is that person and vehicle detection. It's paramount for stopping the cry wolf syndrome of bugs flying by the cameras and giving you motion notifications. And their apps for iOS, Android, tablets, even the computers and whatever else may be, it's just that simple. You really just install the apps and pair them up with the QR code and call it a day. You don't even have to make an account. How awesome is that? You just put it on and it goes. And I've only shown people maybe a minute or two and just show them the couple screens, how to play back a few things in case they need to, and filter by that person and vehicle detection. And they're on their way and I'm out the door. And don't get a callbacks really. The callbacks I do get, yeah, hey, you Travis, you put in 4 cameras. Can I get 2 more? And I want to put 2 more over here, etc., because there's always something else they want to see. And yeah, that's going to happen. So when you're doing a camera system, always plan to go bigger. So if you think that you're going to do like 8 cameras right off the bat, you say, I'm not going to do any more than that. Definitely give yourself room. I know a lot of the NVRs, there are those 16 channel ones, but really you could just put another 8 channel NVR, and that kind of gives you some redundancy of having 2 NVRs, but that does make you switch to, if you're going to plug it to a TV, to have 2 HDMI ports, and that kind of sucks flipping back and forth. So do plan that out appropriately. Now there are some other camera systems. There's the Dahua, Amcrest stuff. It's a little more on the tech geeky side. Their app's not as great. But hey, I do love their cameras for the power user. And what do I mean by the power user? Well, that's going to be the ones that are building their own software NVR, such as they're doing Blue Iris or even doing Frigate. And you may be asking, what the hell is Frigate? Well, we've covered that in the past. It's a open sourced person and object detection software that is 100% free, and you can record, do all the things, and record things on typically like a Linux-based type of system to do all your NVR type deal. It's definitely evolved since we've done some videos on it, and possibly will do some stuff in the future again as Frigate moves forward even more, because they're doing that great stuff for doing 24/7 recording and being able to do your playback. It's pretty awesome how it all ties into like Home Assistant and other MQTT based systems. And yeah, if you're probably your eyes are rolling back in your head and saying, what the hell is he talking about? Well, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Just go with the Reolink system and call it a day, because this is the one where you just plug in the power, plug in your cameras, and plug it up to the internet. You really don't even need the internet except if you want to view it remotely. And that's pretty much it. Put a couple names, fine tune a little things if you're nitpicky on how you want to record, and call it a day. But some of us like to do more with our stuff, of all those notifications in person and all the things, and tie in and turn on lights to whenever someone walks up to the front door. It's just a little bit easier to do with a open source type thing of Frigate. Now, if you are going to do a power user stuff, I know I get this question all the time. It's like, hey, what cameras work great with Frigate? Well, you can even go look at some of the documentation on Frigate, and they recommend usually the Dahua Amcrest style cameras. I think also there's another rebrand, I think Lorex, and there possibly might be some others. But those just work well. They're H.264, work out of the box, plug them in, configure your things, and they work great with Frigate and even Blue Iris because they have H.264. And yeah, you can do H.265, but it doesn't work with all browsers, unfortunately. And that brings me to, I know some people like to use the Reolink stuff because they're pretty relatively inexpensive cameras. But some of the newer Reolink stuff is H.265 only. Doesn't work that great with Frigate in the past. I've had issues with it, and even trying stuff with Blue Iris, it does bring up the CPU usage a good bit, unless you have a nice GPU that can do that H.265 decoding, but even then it does bring up the CPU usage. So really at this point, if you're going to be doing the power user stuff, I would stick towards like Hikvision or Dahua or Amcrest, or even some of the cameras like this Anki, like color night vision, that we probably will do a little comparison of rather soon. They're definitely great cameras. You can change all the video settings. You can really tweak stuff. You can spend a lot of time tweaking stuff, especially like I showed with that Dahua camera when I did that license plate stuff. We're picking up those license plates at night. You can change the shutter speed, all kinds of settings. It's absolutely insane. And well, you don't really get that with the Reolink. So you definitely, usually in the cameras, you can say you get what you pay for. And that kind of leads us to this guy here. So I recently had the opportunity to check out two kind of off-brand NVRs. One of them was Panoob. I kind of covered it in one of my comedy videos. And I did try that out, and it was absolutely horrible. Tossed that one. Cameras were pretty much kaput. And we did try out the V-Zoom, but yeah, I wasn't too impressed with the app or even the PC app and the web GUI. It all just was rather I guess I'm just spoiled by seeing some of the GUIs and things on the Amcrest Dahua side, and hell, even I'll even say it, the Hikvision side, which I don't like the GUI that much on the Hikvision Anki side, but hey, it was definitely better than the V-Zoom one. And I know they did send this to us for review. Well, hey, you're always going to get my honest review. I didn't like the V-Zoom at all. So yeah, you could save some money going there, but it ain't worth the trouble. And if you're trying to pull up some stuff really quick because something happened or whatever, trust me, you're not going to say, oh, I saved $100 doing the V-Zoom stuff. You'll regret it later, I promise. And don't click off yet. If you want to stick around for the clips of I talk about and doing some of the upgrades and stuff on the system of the Reolink at the Hurricane House, I'm going to show a few things are there. And then if we even have time, I will show the crazy little clip that's kind of funny in a way of the OG doing the unboxing and talking about the stuff on the V-Zoom system. So these are the 5 megapixel cameras, and they do have the little blue line that goes across that's showing that it does the person and vehicle detection. These are the RLC510As. We'll be mixing them in this little upgrade, but these are the black ones, and I do like they did one thing that they follow in line with some other companies. Very simple fix is this little bushing actually fits over the Ethernet cable, so you don't have to cut the end off. I like to see that they've done that, so great little deal there. So we're going to be putting up a few of these to replace some older ones. I do have some 8 megapixels that I'll be mixing in as well, and they're pretty nice cameras. I like that they have changed to a toolless design. I can't stand where we just have tension holding that you can't adjust, and that's not these. You can adjust these on a ball joint. If you really want to get crazy, you can rotate the little Allen screw, I guess, right there. They do have an option for a micro SD card, but we're not going to be using that since we're going to be doing the NVR with this. And once you put it where you want, you just tighten this little toolless design, and there's nothing moving that. I know we've had hurricanes here and stuff that with the previous models, and it has the same ball joint, and over 100-mile-an-hour winds, it does not move. So good job there. I like to see that. I don't like that on the other little turret ones, that they don't have a set screw or a tighten. That really sucks, but these are great. So now that we've swapped all the cameras, it's time to swap the NVR. Of course, it's beeping like crazy because the video loss alarm, I believe. You do have the ability to also do like alarm for like motion and make beeps, but we don't have that enabled. It was rather annoying. So we're just going to swap everything, including the power supply. I'm not sure if that's different. Have it still on a battery backup. So the hard drive's already installed. We're just going to swap this out, and we are using a wireless USB mouse, and there's an HDMI cable that we ran through this empty wall cavity. Yeah, I need to make a better thing here probably. I'd probably stuff some cloth in there just to make sure it stays air from passing through. But the TV is directly on the other side of this wall, and so it's not bad the way it transfers over. How do you say the name on this?
Oh, I don't know.
Why do they do crazy names? But this one's not too bad.
I know what it is.
What?
VEEZOOM.
But how do you say that?
VCM.
VCM?
Yeah.
Like a VCR? You know what a VCR is?
What?
What is this?
Zigbee.
Zigbee?
Is it a Zigbee?
A Zigbee? You know what a Zigbee is?
I do not have a clue.
What is this?
It's a camera. I was right.
What do you do with that?
Like you put it like where you put your cameras.
Like where do we put our cameras?
Everywhere in the house.
On the house? On the outside?
Outside and inside.
I ain't got too many inside.
Why don't you put some in the bathroom?
Wait, why would you want a camera in the bathroom? All the stuff from the cameras. So if you want to play, you know how we play stuff back sometimes?
What is this?
That's the switch to on off. So when you're doing something bad, what you do is you come in here and turn it off first, and then you go do what you need to do that's bad, and to come back, turn it back on. And you tell your parents, I don't know what happened. Your thing just messed up. Right?
Do not. People, do not even listen to my dad.
Why?
That's bad.
You want to do the unboxing?
Yes.
It's up here. I'll show you. Weird.
Camera.
How do you know what that is? I can't even speak like they say it. You read it. Please
Use this
update
new app.
Solon Plus. So what? They get their old one blacklisted because they did a bunch of bootleg crap? See, that's just not my...
I say a bad word.
I'm sorry. That's just not my... I don't know.
Can you please cut that part out?
Yeah, we're going to cut that part out. What did I say?
Like that.
Like what?
With the
C word?
the B word.
No, I didn't. I said crap.
You like that big rod?
Yep. Show you my big orange rod.
It's ridiculous.
You gotta find the hole and jam it in there.